So you're thinking about moving to Kearney, Missouri. Well, in this video, we'll be discussing everything you possibly need to know. Whether you're coming from California, Texas, or maybe just across the state lines, doesn't matter. We'll tell you about the weather, we'll tell you about the economics, we'll tell you about everything you could possibly imagine, so stay tuned. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Big Mike with eXp Realty, and whether you're looking to make a move in 9 or 90 days, reach out to me. I promise I got you. I help people like you all the time relocating to the Kansas City, Northland area. But as for right now, I'm going to stop talking about this, and I'm going to make sure you know everything about Kearney, Missouri. All right, first things first. Where the heck is Kearney, Missouri? So it's actually about 25 minutes north of downtown Kansas City. And from downtown, you're talking about maybe 10 minutes more north from Liberty, maybe 5 minutes if you drive like me. So it makes it for a pretty hot spot for developments, commercial and residential. So Kearney is absolutely exploding right now. All right, next thing we're talking about is the weather. So during the winter, it's cold. During the summer, it's hot. Fall and springtime, you can experience all 4 seasons in a single day, but we have experience of all 4 seasons. So if you're moving from all these warmer climates, man, don't expect to be warm all the time here. It's cold during the winter, hot during the summer, and you'll figure it out every year between. But it's different than Florida, where like 60 degrees is bone chilling. Bone chilling here is probably about 20 degrees. And then hot, it gets up to 100. Like you walk outside, your back sweats. So just to give you some perspective, mosquitoes are the national bird of Missouri. Just joking, but not. So just kind of maintain your yard, maintain all these different things. You'll end up being just fine though. All right, cost of living here in Kearney. Well, let's first off talk about taxes. Taxes sucks everywhere, we can all agree. But with that being said, here in the Midwest, we have some of the lowest taxes all across the country. To give you perspective, a $300,000 house for Kearney is probably about $3,000 a year in taxes. So if that gives you any type of perspective for you guys coming from Texas or maybe even Kansas for that matter, the property tax is a lot lower here. All right, what's the feel of Kearney? Well, it's a small town. With that being said, these communities are tight-knit. Also, with that being said, don't expect anything fast. We don't have a massive Walmart. There ain't no massive, giant conglomerate like Menards or Lowe's or anything like that. It's a slower city. Like if you want your stuff, Walmart is up in Liberty. Lowe's and Home Depot are up in Liberty. Like a lot of the basic shopping needs, bars, baby basic clothes, mom and pop shops, this is what Carney consists of. Past that, don't expect anything absolutely crazy in normal people's lives. It's about 15 minutes south. You can get to Liberty and you can find basically anything you want there. Past that, you're probably either going to Zona Rosa or you're going down to the downtown to find whatever you really need to find in your niche. All right, if you're coming from somewhere with a dry heat, man, the bugs up here are a nuisance just like everything else. I ended up talking about the mosquito being a national bird. That was a joke, but it is true. So Kearney during the summer months, like expect mosquitoes, flies, insect repellent is an absolute must. And if you're like me, definitely sunscreen. So just to give you perspective on those matters. All right, the next thing you need to worry about, man, housing foundations. I tell all my clients, man, stay away from foundation issues. They can range from $5,000 on the cheap side up to $30,000 really quick, depending on how well do you actually want to take care of this property. So the black clay soil is absolutely terrible in Kearney. And with that being said, there's so many foundation issues. Make sure no matter what, you definitely get an inspection on the foundation or you visually check out the inspection. I would never buy a house as is out here without physically seeing the foundation or having an agent that truly knows what the hell they're doing. All right, and for those of you that know about bigger cities and whatnot, man, traffic here is minimal at best. It has like 3 different stoplights through the entire town and you can go any direction. So it's a small town vibe. With that being said, the peak hours, 8 to 9 a.m., that's whenever you get the most traffic. You may hit 3 stoplights, 4 stoplights, whatever the number is, to get to the highway. And then from there, after you get past Liberty, that's whenever the traffic really starts to kick in during rush hour. Past that, if you absolutely hate traffic, then this is absolutely the place you'd like to live. All right, if you're the type of person that likes mountains and oceans and you name it, you like scenery, you don't get that here. You got flatlands. Kearney is flat. You're going to see country fields. You're going to see farmland. You're going to see houses that sit off the road for about a mile. So if you want any type of scenery, this ain't it. You may get a rundown barn and that be your cup of tea. But past that, I would not have the expectations that you're going to see some wild landscaping here. Now, despite all this, Kearney is a small town community with a small town feel, and basically everyone knows each other. So there are massive opportunities despite all the flat land. Now, one thing Kearney is definitely known for is the community events. From the Jesse James Festival to the 4th of July to just all the different type of community events that Kearney has going on, you're going to be a part of something that's great. I mean, you're talking about the entire town gets together and it's a networking event galore. Now, if you're a person with kids, you probably are wondering, how's the school district? Well, it's absolutely phenomenal. There's people moving all across the city to be a part of Kearney School District. The Bulldogs and their football teams and all their sports teams are phenomenal. Just the overall community from all the different events. I mean, this is a small town, so this is big events. The football team going on, the basketball team, you name it, everybody shows up to try to support them. Now, when it comes to housing, there is some things involved with a community that has grown so significantly quick. Number one being, you're going to get a mixture. You're going to get houses that were built well long ago, but because everyone's trying to move to this small town, you're talking about there's a lot of new construction homes being built and a lot of new construction home communities. So you're not very far away from any new construction. If you're a person that's trying their best to stay quiet during the day, I mean, there's a lot of new construction going on everywhere around Kearney. So it would be best to find a little bit older of a home if that's important to you. Now, if you're the type of person that loves supporting local, then I really don't know a better place than Kearney. You walk downtown, all these individuals own in Kearney, purchase in Kearney, they keep the economy in Kearney. I mean, they're Kearney proud. So they're always trying to give back. And with that giving back, you're talking about massive, massive opportunities to grow your network here. I mean, everybody tries to scratch everybody's back. It's just one of those type of communities. Now, if you like history, but you sucked at it in school, but always love learning about it, you're going to love this part. So obviously, Kearney is known for Jesse James. Jesse James is that famous outlaw. He was the notorious bad boy. The Jesse James home is a museum that many people flock to just to see a part of history. So that's just one of the things. There's a museum that's dedicated to him. That's really what Kearney got put on the map is because of Jesse James. So a little bit of a history lesson for you. Now, if you like taking care of events outdoors, there's a Kearney amphitheater there, which is absolutely phenomenal. They got a lot of big artists that come in there, perform, and a lot of the town shows up there for almost every single event. Now, if you're a person like trying to get your health in order like I am, so there's so many different trails, there's so many different walking trails, there's so many different biking trails. You name it, anything outdoors, Kearney has it. Obviously, with a bunch of extra land laying around, there's a bunch of people with money there that have created different type of walking trails and forest trails and Watkins Mills up there, which I've spent so many hours with a giant pond there that you can fish from. There's a lot of outdoor activities here, definitely. Now, if you're wondering, man, where's the hospitals at? Where's healthcare at? There's not much here in Kearney. If you have a major event go on, emergency rooms are probably Liberty or even downtown Kansas City. There's an urgent care there, but nothing major. Basically, if you got scrapes and bruises, we can get that taken care of here in Kearney. But if you got anything major life event, you're about 15 minutes away to the nearest hospital in Liberty. So if you do have major life events going on or you have to go to the hospital a lot, that is something to keep in mind just in case. Now, if you are moving across the country, state, wherever the case may be, you're probably wondering about job opportunities. So Kearney does have a lot of jobs, but most people commute to Kansas City, Liberty, these bigger style places to get higher paying jobs. With Kearney being a rural community, you got to think rural. So if you're in an office type of setting or you're trying to get in the corporate world, Kearney's probably not the place that you'll find a massive amount of job opportunities for that skill set. But there's many downtown, and you're talking about less than 30 minutes away. So you can get away from the city, still live out in the country, kind of, and still make that high-paying job if you so desire. Now, I'm not going to hit this too much just because real estate, I have to be very careful. But if you are worried about safety, so crime rate is low. I'm going to go ahead and pop up niche.com and you can see the rates for yourself. I pulled this from a public record. It's not my opinion, nor do I have an opinion, but statistically, this is on the lower side of crime rate. Now, if you're just wondering if you should move here or not, I can't make that decision for you, but what I can say is I've given you everything that you could possibly make an educated decision. With that being said, I do know for a fact Carney is exploding. So if escalation of your home value is important to you, if you want to make a good purchase, this is definitely the place to buy in right now. If you're looking to make a move across states or streets, it doesn't matter. Carney is definitely going to be an amazing place for equity to be built. And if you like to be that type of person, don't hesitate to reach out. I help people like you all the time watching this, and man, I would love to help you. As always, thanks for watching my video, and man, just reach out. I got you.